Hi everyone, welcome back to the den. If you're new here, thanks for hanging out. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. So happy to have you in the pack. Today, I just want to talk to you a little bit about Reiki. There's a lot of people out there on the internet doing that right now as an option, and there's plenty of practitioners probably in your own area. If not, YouTube's a great way to get in touch with them if you're really interested in receiving Reiki and don't have easy access. I am a level 3 Reiki Master Practitioner. I learned through Rebecca Morovec over at Kindred Spirits. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about what it is, how it helps you, and some things that are beneficial for you to do as you are receiving it. What is Reiki? Well, Reiki is an energy healing that dates back many centuries. It was reintroduced to the world by Dr. Usui in the 19th century. Reiki treats all 4 levels of being. That is to say, the physical, which is representative of the body and manifested pain. Mental, which is what we allow ourselves to think. Emotional, which is what we allow ourselves to feel. As well as spiritual body, which is the capacity to love yourself and others. Reiki helps to harmonize or balance the energy systems within your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. And it helps to unblock and dislodge stagnant energy, emotions, and thoughts. Reiki brings to light that which we need to deal with for the root cause of the problem to dissolve itself. And Reiki is not, I repeat, not a replacement for conventional medicine, but it is a complement to it. It aids in the healing process, although there is a possibility of symptoms initially getting worse before they get better. So if you are suffering from any kind of ailment, whether it's spiritual, mental, physical, or emotional, it's recommended that you do smaller increments more often rather than one big dose of it at a time. Reiki is a very safe healing system because it is working with universal loving energy, and that energy knows exactly what needs healing the most, and it's going to go directly to that point for you. Is trying to figure out what needs healing first. For a lot of people, it's like trying to unravel this giant mass of writhing snakes or worms, trying to get them all laid out straight. It's kind of hard to do that. Thankfully, the Reiki energy is able to do that for you, and it's going to bring things to light in the way that you need the most to be most effective for attaining your highest good. Anyone is capable of receiving Reiki. That is to say, people, just in general, including infants that are still in the womb. Animals and even plants really benefit from Reiki. Reiki cannot prevent death, so it is not going to prevent it. If it's meant to happen, it's going to happen, so it's not a cure-all for that. In the event that Reiki is being, I think I kind of mentioned this a little bit already. I got a cheat sheet back there because I didn't want to forget anything. In the event that Reiki is being directed to mental, emotional, or spiritual issues, it is highly recommended you avoid crowded places for an hour or two after treatment when possible, seeking out quiet solitude in nature, doing some gardening, doing some meditation is often helpful in processing the new issues that are coming to light that you want to deal with so that you can continue on your healing journey. In the event of physical illness, multiple visits may be necessary in addition to examining your lifestyle and making positive changes to aid you in your healing. Note that it is always important to consult your physician, nutritionist, or in the case of your pet's veterinarian before making any kind of major changes to diet, exercise, or medications. Right? Sometimes things need to be done gradually or in tiny amounts versus doing a whole lot at once. And actually, when you do it gradually, it's a little bit easier to maintain course too. It's just been my own personal experience. Reiki tends to move a lot of toxins. that would otherwise prevent us from healing. So just as with massage or acupuncture or acupressure, it is extremely, I cannot tell you how much I need to impress upon you. It is extremely, very important to drink plenty of water. It's best to drink 8 glasses of purified water a day, unless otherwise directed by your health professional. And if an animal is receiving Reiki, please be sure they have access to plenty of fresh water at all times. Because what that's going to do, the water helps your system to flush those toxins out so it does not become restagnated in a different area and cause other problems, cause extra pain, that kind of thing. Typically when I am doing Reiki in person, I have people take off their shoes. Everything else stays on. My mentor was an advocate of taking off jewelry unless it's something you wore every day. And she would also have people take off their glasses. I kind of leave it up to them as to what they feel comfortable with. If you're receiving a Reiki treatment at a distance, which really I believe it's level 2 practitioners and anybody above that can do for you. Of course, different Reiki systems may have different levels, so just check with the practitioner you're interested in working with. But the distance healing is definitely a ability once you get far enough along in your attunements and training. And for that, I would advise you to, especially till you know how you're going to handle the Reiki, pick a place where you can relax. It can be sitting, it can be laying down, out in nature. Pick a spot that's going to work well for you. Now, some people, they do relax and calm. Some actually fall asleep when they're receiving treatment, which is why I typically say start in your own home, someplace where you can have some peace and quiet till you know how you're going to interact with the energy. Some people will get very invigorated. Some people will cry. Some people have fits of uncontrollable laughter. And some people even experience rage on occasion. I can't say I've worked with anybody personally that has, but my mentor had a couple of times. Don't give this any judgment, okay? Just let it come forth. It's bringing up repressed emotions that need to be dealt with for your highest good. Let's see here. If you are laying down, make sure you're comfortable, whether that's putting, a bolster under your knees to reduce stress on the lower back, covering yourself up with a blanket if you're feeling a little chilled, that kind of thing. You want to be able to relax. And shifts in consciousness should be observed without judgment, right? You may get feelings. If you're somebody that's very visual, you may have, things appear in your mind's eye. It's all perfectly normal. You may feel calm. You may feel energized. You may fall asleep. There's really no wrong way to experience Reiki. Some people even like to journal afterwards. And I can't speak for other practitioners, but I know at the end of my treatments, I like to go over the general body with a feather fan to help kind of just re-smooth the energy, because when you're working on different areas, things might get a little bit out of balance compared to normal. So pick a time when you can give yourself enough space afterwards to just kind of recalibrate. And if you're watching any of my videos, I'm going to go through with that feather fan at the end. So if you start something, you decide you don't like it, at least skip to the end where the fan is, so we can just re-smooth that energy for you before you take off to go do whatever it is else you want to do that day. Just to make it easier on yourself. I know typically when I'm there in person, I'm sitting with the person I'm doing the treatment for 20 to 30 minutes afterwards, whether they're at my place or I'm at theirs, just to make sure that they're functioning right. You don't want to be a little wobbly when you're getting behind the wheel or when you're walking on ice or anything like that. You want to make sure that you're nice and smooth. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you. Oh, when, viewing any of the videos, I know I'm probably going to have ones at specific times of the year, but you really give yourself time to process everything, but you can come back as often as you feel you need to. And when they're baby incremental ones, certainly you could do that as often as every day. If they're a little bit longer ones, you might want to give yourself maybe about 30 days or so in between, just to give yourself a chance to process and flush and then retake up again as need be. Listen to your intuition and gut and just use some common sense. Some people handle it easier than others, right? Some of it depends on how much personal work you're doing yourself, what type of lifestyle you're living. But either way, I am going to have another video coming out tonight for the new year. We're going to do some cord cutting and chakra work with the Reiki to help heal up anything that was a little bit wonky. I am going to be using some tingsha, so if you're real sensitive to sound, you may want to use earplugs, or I'll pause for a moment before I actually start the tincture to give you a chance to either mute it or fast forward past it. But either way, whether you come back or not, I wish you a beautiful new year. May you and your loved ones find abundance, happiness, health, joy, and prosperity in the new year. Thank you so much. Namaste. Bye-bye.